Good morning. It's Thursday, the 11th of June, 2026. It's day one of the World Cup. Another distraction out there to help you be distracted from everything that's going on right now. Give them bread and circuses and they will not revolt. And just for a little bit of humour, just to see what the England team has arrived in America. And we can see here how they've arrived. They're enjoying all the food. And of course, America is the world leader in obesity and eating absolute crap. The amount of stuff that you guys eat is unbelievable. We're very blessed in southern Spain and Italy, where the food is grown locally of a very good quality without all the pesticides, without all the rubbish in there. But I'm going to hop on to my first story. Enough of the humour and frivolity of this time of the morning. Going back 60 years ago, in fact, on June the 8th, 1967, the USS Liberty was attacked by Israel. Now, we know that because they've apologised and they've paid out a small amount of damages. What we're now finding out is that napalm was used in that attack that killed 34 men and injured 174 more. As I've said many times, the truth always comes out in the end. It's just very sad that it's taken nearly 60 years for this to come out. But as with everything, the truth always comes out in the end. And you can sit there and go, well, we didn't get these people in front of a judge all those years ago and the time's run out. What hasn't run out is God's memory. And these people forget about being held accountable to you or me. We're accountable to God. And that should scare the living daylights out of these people. The threat of going in front of a judge doesn't scare them because they don't fear God. If they did fear God, they would change their ways and live in complete fear. We're living in some amazing times right now. Don't be distracted from everything that's going on around you. You're very blessed to be alive at this time, to see the complete change, the dismantling of an old system, a corrupt old system run by paedophiles.
Allegedly.
And people who are enemies. And if you don't believe me, do your research on why certain people are dying right now. Celebrities. I'll give you a clue. Celine Dion has a certain illness. King Charles has a certain illness that comes from eating humans. Let's call it that. That's the only way you can get this illness. It's there in plain sight when you know. Don't take my word for it. Don't sit there and go, no, they can't. Do your research. And I'll tell you what, you'll be absolutely horrified. And they sit there and they go, oh, she's got this illness, thinking that you are that stupid you won't even check what that illness is caused by or why you've got it. I urge you, do your own research. Morning, Drew.
Good morning, Charlie. Good morning, everyone. My first story is President Trump has added the Save America Act to a massive $350 billion reconciliation bill. Why does it matter? Because the bill may only need a simple majority in the Senate to pass. Trump says no games, no delays, pass it now. The big question is, what's inside the Save America Act? Could this be one of the most important bills of Trump's presidency?
Well, for me, the moment you said it, It doesn't say anything about saving the United States. It's save America, Cuba, Venezuela, Canada. They're all parts of America that is being saved. There are 50 states of America. They'll all be saved, but they won't be United States. You've got 37 different countries that create the mass that is America, whether it's South America, Central America, United States of America. But it's interesting that he refers to it as America. And it's right. That's what needs saving from the old corporation that was the United States. That's the evil side. And when you can see it, you can't unsee it. My next story is Erdogan from Turkey has now come out and said publicly that Israel must be stopped. Now, for those people who live in America and have never left, you won't realize how powerful Turkey is. For those who live in America and have never left, you have no idea how powerful Iran is. Iran is an incredibly powerful country. All the media that talks about America's doing this to Iran, America's doing this to Iran, that's the US. And the US is being dismantled. The US had situations, let's call it that, inside Iran that were placed there by Obama, by Bush, by Clinton. They're being dismantled by Trump. So when you see attacks on Iran, the attacks are to take out the evil element that's been installed there by the United States corporation and Israel to destabilize them because they wouldn't be part of the banking cartel that was the Rothschild's banking system. Most people know that, but forget it very quickly. Iran is still a very powerful empire. It's an empire that's never fallen. Do not underestimate Iran and do not underestimate Turkey. You're not going to like to hear this, but either of those countries could easily take out the United States. Easily. But because you've been told you're the biggest and the best in the world, you believe it. You're dealing with very, very powerful countries in Iran and Turkey. And between the two of them, I've always said from day one, Iran will take out Israel. We're seeing it happen in plain sight. But in the background, if needed, you've got Turkey, who are also on the side of Iran. Be careful what you wish for. Don't be drawn into the movie, the pantomime. Don't be drawn into what the mainstream media are telling you, because it's absolute rubbish. If you want the truth, we've got it here. Drew.
Next up, Wall Street suffered another sharp sell-off as the S&P 500 fell 1.6% and the Nasdaq dropped 2%. Markets are reacting to rising inflation, higher oil prices, escalating US-Iran tensions and continued selling in the major tech stocks. Investors are now watching closely to see whether this is a normal correction or the beginning of a larger market downturn. Is this a collapse before July the 4th we are waiting for? Or maybe the 24th will be the start of 10 days of darkness? We will have to see.
Well, we're seeing a collapse which we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for this, and for those people who know what's going on, it's a huge relief to see the collapse happening. For those who don't know what's happening, they'll live in fear, they'll live in panic. And I told you yesterday that if you go within and you're connected to God, you won't live in fear, because you'll see what's happening. And I would urge you all to do exactly that. Because if you're living in fear right now, you'll be absolutely petrified because the movie has turned from a comedy into a horror movie. The deep state, their leverage is gone. Trump is about to release the information about the election rigging. We all wanted it a long time ago, but there's a time and place for everything, and everything in its place. God's timing is perfect. Our timing is not. We all wanted it done 5 years ago. I'll leave you with that thought. That was the news on Thursday, the 11th of June, 2026. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
So if you want to know the truth, come to charlieward.com and see real news daily. And join the Insiders Club, which is live on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Global tensions are rising, markets are unstable, and currencies keep losing value. While governments print more money, smart investors are moving into physical gold and silver, assets that have protected wealth for centuries. That's why more people are turning to Charlie's Gold to secure their future before the next financial shakeup hits. Don't leave your wealth exposed. Own something real, own gold and silver. Visit charlies.gold today.